My name's Beth Mossholder. I'm going to talk to you about 10 ways that my K-8 school uses Google Apps. Some of them you're probably going to say, this is really easy. We already know how to do it. And there might be a few things that you look at and go, I never thought of it that way. So here it is again. Anybody else? See lots of phones up. I like that. Let's see. Does that make it better? So I have a lot of tabs open up here because I'm going to show you some of the ways that we actually use it, and you can see what the actual product looks like. Okay. 10 more seconds. Pressure's on. Scan now. Okay, so here's my cute little school in Parker, Colorado. And a little bit about me. I'm kind of like the gopher, jack of all trades. If it's plugged in, it's my responsibility at my school. I'm also our Google Apps admin and brought Google Apps to our school 2 years ago. It's been very successful. My email and Twitter account are up there. You're more than welcome to email questions to me anytime you want, and I'll be at the Google booth for the next 3 hours if you want to come talk to me. So we use Google Sites for a whole lot of things. We have one staff website that has everything that our students and all of our staff need. So instead of having field trip forms over here and PD information here, we have a whole website that's one-stop shopping for our staff so they can go to that one place and get anything they want instead of having a million other places for them to go. We also use it for student portfolios so that they can show off their work. How many of you are science teachers at all? Do you do the paper notebook where they have to write their labs and everything else? Awesome. We have a teacher and she's actually using the students' portfolios as her way of showing off their science work. They can add pictures, they can add video reflections, do all of that, and she goes to one place to be able to see all of their work instead of it getting turned in a million different times. We also have a student hub, so we put everybody's websites, everything else on there, and the kids can go to one website and get everything that they need. There's also teacher sites. Every teacher in our building is required to have a website to be able to make things easier for teachers, students, staff, and communication is a lot more improved just by having one place. Instead of blasting those 10 emails a week to the families, they can go on this teacher's websites whenever they want to. This is what our staff website looks like. We have everything that's important on the main page, including our master calendar. We have a staff calendar that says when you have carpool duty and when you have lunch duty and everything else, one-stop shopping for them. It's also collaborative, so our staff can add resources whenever they want to. Does anybody else get a million different all-staff emails that say, this is really cool and this is really cool? Well, you got 10 other things to do in your day. You can't just stop and look at that. So we put it all on here, so when you're ready to learn from your couch, you can learn from your couch. Anybody else a big fan of couch learning? Google Talk is something that I'm very passionate about and I love, and it's probably an underutilized feature of Google Apps. This is actually what my chat list looks like. You can tell I did it late at night because nobody's on. We use it to be less use of paper. We used to have tardy slips, and one person used to stamp them every morning with the date and time. You had got the tardy pass from the kid, and then you would have to save it for the day, take it back to the office, and she would file them. Filing the tardy passes. That's working smarter, not harder, don't you think? So we took it away, and now everybody's on chat in the morning. When a student comes in late, office staff just chat and let them know when it's there, when the student came in. It's time-stamped, so I know exactly how long it take my little precious friend to get from the office all the way down to their classroom. Same thing if we're sending a kid to another room. Most people call on the phone and say, hey, Johnny's leaving my room, he's coming to see you. We just do it on chat. It's time-stamped, so I know that if it took the kid 20 minutes to get from my room to the next teacher's room, they got lost somewhere in the middle of the route. Our health room has its own email account, so that means they also have their own chat. My staff ladies are signed into chat on their computers all day for the health room. Anytime I have a sick kid, send them a chat, say Johnny has a fever, I'm sending him right now. They have that information. We never have to worry about those health room passes getting lost, printing health room passes, and when the student is coming back, she can tell us exactly what she did for that student, everything else without Johnny reading that I think he's faking it because there's a test today. Hall passes. We also have this during our parent conferences. I don't know about you, but not every parent thinks that we are the best and that we're doing the best for their kids, and there's every once in a while that parent conference that you kind of just need help with. Well, we have chat up, so without the parents even knowing it, we can chat and say we need an administrator in with us on that thing, and the administration walks in, and they didn't even know. Our conversation never broke, but we were able to have that outside communication without them even worrying about it. We also have news. Everybody in our building kind of changes their chat status. We've had several people that have announced pregnancies and followed along that way and everything else. It's a great way to connect your personal life with the people that you work with. If you ever use the Google Chat, my tip is put it on the right-hand side. It just balances out your inbox so that you don't have your chat way down at the bottom of the list. If you move it to the right, then it makes it a lot easier. So Google Docs, yes, everybody knows about Google Docs, right? Well, we use it a few different ways. And yes, it really does say behavior twice, because I'm going to show you 2 different ways that we use it for behavior. Our school, you have to do the little lunch count thing, and everybody's either got to move a stick or tell you what they're ordering for lunch. Some of the people have that turned on in your attendance program. We do not. It used to be you wrote on an envelope with dry erase marker and you sent it to the office with the kid. And by the time it got down to the office, the numbers on the front had already been erased because the kid was like swinging the thing and the dry erase wears off. And we would have kids sticking cash in the envelopes. And then they have like 3 siblings in our building. Who do we know whose lunch money that is because nobody put their name on it? So with my lunch count, this is what it really looks like. Every teacher goes in the morning. They put in their lunch totals. If somebody brought lunch money, anything else, we put it right here. This totals up for my lunch ladies, so they know exactly what their totals are for lunches every day. They used to have to do that by hand and count all those envelopes and do it. Now it's automatic. And we've actually moved this from our small school, and the rest of Douglas County School District is moving this way because it's a much simpler way to do it. We also use it for behavior. Our middle schoolers are kind of on a 3 strikes, you're out kind of a thing. Before, they would move from classroom to classroom, and the other teachers would not know how the behavior of that student was in the other room. So those kids would get 3 strikes in one room, and 3 strikes in one room, and 3 strikes in one room. Now, anytime we have a behavior incident with the student, put in their name, date, who the teacher was, what's the reason for it. 3 of those infractions in a week equal a detention. When parents come in and they want to hear, why is my child getting in trouble, what's going on, we have documentation that says these are all the instances and where they're happening. So if we see one teacher's name several times across that list, we know that that teacher and student might not have the best relationship, and we can work on how to improving their behavior in that one class. We also do house points. No, we didn't copy this from Harry Potter. It's actually an international behavior system. All of our teachers have a house that they're assigned to. I'm in the House of Jobs. Woohoo! They put in how the students have earned points for their house, and we tally that up, and every morning our kids get announced which house has the most house points. Tells you how they got those behaviors earned or how they lost points for their house. But because we're K through 8, this is a really great way for our students to feel like they're connected to all the other kids in the building. And I can tell you that some of our 2nd graders are better role models on how to behave and earn house points. And they're teaching our 7th and 8th graders how to walk down the hall and how to stay in line and how to be quiet. So we have house points that allows them to do that. And once a quarter, whoever wins the house cup, and they get some treats. And sometimes they get a dress down day. We have a dress code. So anytime kids get to wear flip-flops and pajama pants to school, they're real excited. We also have a carpool. So most of you don't understand that there are schools out there that don't have buses that come and pick up all your kids. We don't have buses. We chat all the names of the kids that their parents are here. This is projected in our rooms. The kids see their name, they go outside, their parents pick them up. I can also say, Johnny's in soccer practice, he's not going home today. The office can say, Johnny's mom isn't picking him up today, he needs to go to aftercare, wherever. We also have an emergency chat. During the lockdown, there isn't a whole lot you can do to communicate. We all log into this. Anybody that's missing, we put them in the document so everybody can see who we don't have in our classroom. Teachers can say, I have so-and-so, I have so-and-so. Our office staff can find all of the students in our building. We've done no verbal communication at all, and we're all able to keep each other safe because we know what's going on through this. Yes, we have backups in case the technology doesn't work, but so far we haven't had any problems with that. Calendar is one of my favorite things. We use it in a lot of ways. Master calendar for our public. Anybody can add our calendar in the public and see what events are going on in our school. We have a staff calendar with professional development, anything else that's going on. We also use paperless planners. If you want to hear more about how we do paperless planners, I only have like 2 minutes left, but I'm on the other side of the Google booth for the rest of the day. It's been huge for our students with autism or somewhere on the spectrum. They don't have to transfer the writing anywhere anymore. It's all right there. So this is our crazy beginning of the year calendar. We even put birthdays on there. We share resources. Here's all of my information again. I'd love to talk about how we use Google. These are some of the few ways that we use it, and there's tons more. So if you want any more information, email me, tweet me, or come talk to me. Hope you guys got something out of that, a little different than what you knew Google Apps could do. Thanks.